Melissa here from GirlGoneFishing. I'm all loaded up, ready to head to Columbus, Ohio for the Bass Nation Ohio Championships. So this is new this year. They used to just qualify people for this by points through the trails. But this year, a bunch of different trails are sending people to this championships to determine who gets to go represent Ohio at the Bassmaster Classic kayak part. So they do a little kayak thing in conjunction with the big Bassmaster Classic. So this year it's going to be at Lake Fork in Texas, which is so cool. So I'm really excited to get a chance to do this year. I've never been to Hoover Reservoir, and it looks totally different from the things we usually fish around here. I've looked on Google Earth, I've read a whole bunch of fishing reports, and it looks like there's no grass. And the water's really down, and so that means there's no shoreline cover. And it's kind of a hard bottom. It's not the mucky, muddy, grassy thing that we're used to around here in Ohio. If I get up there quickly, today's Friday, if I get up there, I'm gonna have about 2 hours that I can like drive around on the lake with my links and try to see at least if I like the ramp that I picked. You know, it's a long skinny lake, so it's one of those things where you just have to pick a ramp because I can't cover 9 miles up and down this lake. All right, I'll see you guys up there. Well, I made it up here. I went to first the Oxbow boat ramp, which is the upper end of the lake, which I would pick normally, except the water is so far down right now. I feel like that it's limited. I'm gonna make a stop at what's called the Twin Bridges ramp, which is back in a cove, because in the fall you have to find the bait fish, and the bait fish apparently in the fall start moving towards the backs of coves, backs of creeks, and you have to find where they are in that journey. Are they at the points at the mouth of the cove? Are they halfway back? Or are they in the backs? Well, I run into a little bit of a problem here. At first I thought it was just that the ramp is made from this stuff, which is really hard to wheel a cart on. But now look at the bottom of the ramp. The lake is so low, it's out of the water. It's a steep drop and really rocky right here. I don't know if I can get my kayak back up this. I'm pretty sure I can't actually. So my only hope is, see over there's a little bit of a flat spot. So, you know, when I get out, I think I'm gonna pull my kayak over there and break it down, haul piece by piece up this ramp, and then I can, you know, just pull up the naked kayak. But it's gonna be worth it. Once I get out past all these bank anglers, I'm gonna be able to check and see what it looks like and the bait fish, and yeah, all right, I can do this. My first cast with the crankbait. My pliers rusted and won't move. Ah, there we go. My first cast with the crankbait, and I got one. I didn't mean to get one. All right, so there's not gonna be electronics this weekend. I'm really, really bummed. I have the new transducer, but it's not talking to my screen. I tried everything I could think of. I can't get it to work. So I'm gonna work on it tonight when I get off the water, but I'm gonna have to approach this as a fishing pre-fish more because I can't scout, like I can't see what's underwater. Ugh, frustrating. No. He's too small anyway. But that's 2 bites on this color crankbait, so that's something. 2 small bites though. And again, I'm not actually throwing this crankbait to fish. I'm throwing the crankbait to see where's the point, how deep is the drop off. So this crankbait should go 9 to 12 feet. So I'm trying to throw right up at shore, get it down really fast, and then see how long I can feel the rocks. This is a pretty steep drop off right here. So it's 3:20 right now. I'm pretty sure pre-fishing ends at 4 o'clock, meaning you have to be off the water by 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna boogie on back to the ramp, and there's a couple things that I didn't bring up here that I want. So I'm gonna go try to find a tackle shop and dinner, and then get a good night's sleep, and then come out and try to make something out of tomorrow. It's super frustrating not to have a fish finder, but my goodness, I have done everything I can and sunk some money into this situation, and it's not working. fishing. And so I'm not meant to have a fish finder this season. I will fix it by next season, but for tomorrow I'm just gonna have to let go of that and go fishing. And I don't have the right tackle for that, so I'm gonna go try to fix that, and it's gonna be a gorgeous day tomorrow. I'm really excited, and gosh, I hope I do well. I really don't want to be the girl that doesn't catch any fish. So what I did was I made 4 trips and I took everything I could off the links, and I'm hoping that I can just wheel it on up there over those rocks. I made it. I would never have been able to make that with anything on the kayak. That was really hard just with naked kayak, but I did it. All right, I'm tucked in, all cozy and comfy. I'm actually just gonna sleep in my car tonight. I'm at a campsite at Alum Creek State Park Campground, but I didn't want to bother to put up a tent because then I don't have to take down a tent. And I'm just gonna leave everything in my car, and then I don't have to come back to here after the tournament. I can just go right home after the awards. All right, gotta get some sleep, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning from Hoover Lake. It's tournament day for the Ohio Bass Nation Championships. I'm launched up here and ready to go. We've got about 1 minute till line's in. It is 39 degrees, but it's going to be full sun and very light winds. So it's going to be really interesting. The water is maybe 10 or 15 feet low, which puts kind of bare banks, hard bottom, not a lot of shoreline structure. And I don't have my electronics. So I'm just gonna have to move a lot and make a lot of casts, crankbaits and jigs, dragging stuff, and just see. All right, gotta get going. Let's have a great day. He is way too small, but I actually got a fish. Oh my gosh, it's huge. The crankbait just fell out. It just fell out in the net. All right, fish number 1, 17 1/4. Catfish. Dang it, he was a bass-shaped catfish too. Now I just need my bait back. be a catfish. Definitely a catfish, not a bass. Oh, I've tail hooked something. I had a big carp tail hooked. So this is a little different. You get my wrap up from home. Usually after the tournament, I go back to the campground and hang out around a campfire with my buddies. But this weekend, there wasn't really a camping group. So last night I slept in my car. I got a campsite at Alum Creek Campground just to be closer to the ramp because I'm 2 hours away right now from where I launched. So I slept in my car so that I didn't have to pack anything up in the morning and I didn't have to go back to the campsite. So today after the tournament was over, I went to the awards and then I just zoomed right on home. Only a 2-hour drive right down 71 South and I'm home. So I still owe you guys a tournament wrap up though. But first I want to say congratulations to the top 8 who made it to Lake Fork to that Bassmaster Classic kayak tournament. I mean, that's just so cool. I'm so happy for you guys. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see the pictures and the videos. So I only qualified for this one because I was like way down on the alternate list, but everyone ahead of me had another big tournament this weekend. So I got the chance to get in there and have this experience. I really wanted it to be my breakout tournament. I really wanted to just be like, blow them all away and surprise them all, but I didn't. I didn't. So today I finished 19th out of 24. That's not what I wanted to do, but at least I caught one fish. It was a 17 1/4, so that was great. I got it on a crankbait on the riprap under a bridge. My plan was just to move a lot because I didn't have a fish finder and there's not a lot of visible targets at Hoover with the water as low as it is right now. I just had to move and make casts. One of the things I notice about when I tournament fish is I don't catch any fish. Like I don't get a bluegill, a crappie, a minnow, a catfish, a carp, like nothing. So that really tells me I'm clearly not putting my lures in the right spot. So I started, when I started trying to figure out why I'm not getting any better, I know I'm getting better, but I want to get better faster. So I started trying to be like, you know, let's analyze the game tape and like try to figure out, well, I realized that I wasn't hitting my targets. You know, when I thought I was throwing that jig to the cliff, the jig was falling well short of the cliff. You know, when I thought I was throwing that Senko to the tree, the Senko was landing far short of the tree because of that whole like penduluming down and all that stuff. So I have made a concerted effort on this tournament to put the lure where the fish are. I did get a couple fish. I got 3 short fish today. I caught a catfish, and let me tell you, I thought that was a bass. It was about this big, and it didn't do catfishy things at first. Like I thought, oh my gosh, that could actually be a bass. It came up, and it rolled, and I'm like, oh, it was bass size, but then it was a catfish. And oh, I tail hooked a giant carp. That was fun. I just wanted my crankbait back at that point. So that was 5 bites other than the 1 keeper bass I got. So at least I put my lure somewhat closer to fish than I usually do. Still need to improve, obviously. But I have to say a huge thank you to Everett Sheets for coordinating all this for us because someone has to get together and make all these decisions, and then he ran the awards and he probably did all the judging too. And I have to say a huge thank you to Strictly Sail and Kayak, not only for my amazing Hobie links, which makes days out on the water like so much better. I love my links. But thank you for being such great supporters of the kayak angling community. They enable us to have tournament trails that just wouldn't happen without them. So thank you, Strictly Sailing Kayak. We really appreciate you. And thank you guys so much for watching, for following along with the channel. And it's been really cool, like growing the channel as my fishing skills grow. I hope someday to be able to do more national tournaments and bring you guys along with me. And yeah, it's just been a cool, grand adventure. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And I will see you on the water on the next one.